When it comes to your deck, you need to use protection. In this video, I'll review two products from JSAUX to look after your Steam Deck and make sure it's tip-top shape. The first being the Mod Case. Let's crack this bad boy open. These are all the components that come in the box. The first one here is the case. This is actually not one part, it's two parts combined. We've got the front there and also the back. Next is the dock protector. This thing is useless. You won't need it. It doesn't even fit the JSAUX dock that I have, so don't even bother with this. Let's get the case open. In addition to the front and back case, we also have this part stored inside. This is a strap. If you travel a lot, this strap is going to be a key component for you, but more on that later. Let's try and get my OLED deck in the case. It does take some force, but the deck fits very snugly in the case. The ports and vents are exposed. Here you'll see we've got the anti-slip grip. At first it does feel a little bit rough, but you'll get used to it very quickly. Okay, let's look at the back. Again, we've got proper exposure of the vents to avoid overheating, plus the fit around the buttons is snug. It's not going to get in the way of your gaming. On the back, you may have noticed there is also a stand. So for example, when traveling on planes, you don't need to use the third-party GIMP accessory, or its early prototype, the Personal Space Invader. Next is the front case. This one can be tricky to put on and take off. To put it on, just put the top bit level and then lift up the bottom bit and it clips on. If you want to travel light, you can store your deck just like this in your backpack, no issues. Next, let's look at the strap. Now that the strap's on the back, I can attach a power bank to my Steam Deck. And just like that, now I can get more charge from my Steam Deck's battery on the go. Next, let's take a look at the protective carrying case, also from JSAUX. This is the carrying case. Let's have a look inside. When you open it up, first thing you'll notice is this top section here. This is where you store the Steam Deck. You open that up, then we get a very spacious storage compartment. This was the biggest reason I wanted to get this case. And in there we also have something very unique actually. This is an SD card storage hub. It can store up to 10 micro SD cards. It also comes with labels, so you could have an SD card dedicated to RPGs, one to action. Personally, I only use the one SD card, but if you use multiple ones and you travel a lot, this is going to be a great key feature. Next, let's look at the most important aspect, storing the deck. If I turn this over, you'll see I still have the JSAUX Mod Case attached. Granted, it is a little bit tighter than without the case, but even with the back mod case on, it still fits in the carry case. While the back panel for the mod case fits, unfortunately, with the front case on, the Steam Deck just doesn't fit in the carrying case, which is why I don't use the front of the mod case. Even with the Steam Deck still attached, I could lift up the flap there to reveal a very spacious storage area. Just how spacious, you ask? Let's find out. It's a little bit messy, but chances are when you travel, yours will look like this. But look at that, it all fits in nice and easy. Cover goes on, and just to check. It zips up, and it all fits in. For a comparison, this is the TomTok case I used with the LCD deck. Here we've got a storage compartment, we've got an area up top here where we unzip and can put things in there, but you can see there's nowhere near as much storage as the JSAUX case. So clearly the JSAUX case can store more things, but what about the actual external dimensions of the cases? Let's have a look. Putting them side by side, you can see that the cases are of comparable size. If anything, the JSAUX case is actually smaller, and yet it stores more. I used the TomTok case for 2 years. I've been using the JSAUX case now for 2 months, and there is no doubt in my mind this JSAUX case is the better case.